For those of you who think rap music has gone too far, you think we gotten too radical with our message, well, I got news for you. You ain't seen nothing yet. And if you don't know, now you know. POC, motherfuckers. I lost count of how many bullets been bitten, yet I'm still spitting with a full grin. Ain't a damn tooth missing. I disappear for a minute, but intermittently I step back in the bullpen and clear out any bullshitting.
I think 9 times out of 10 I'm very quiet. When when you're in the public eye, you're like, oh, Stallitix, he's very extrovert. I don't like really talking that much at all. I hate talking. If I have a reason not to, I will pick that reason not to talk.
Yeah, once I warm up to you, that's when I pretty much unload like the entire J Hill. And I'll start rapping at you, and I'll start sending you weird music.
I grew up playing classical music, but I'm also like totally in the hip hop scene. People from one scene will see me in a setting with the other scene and they'll be like, oh man, I didn't know you rapped. Or they'll be like, oh man, I didn't know you played the cello.
Man, we're just doing weird stuff. Like we have a cello player, rapper, and we have a crazy kid running around rapping. Then we have a dude that's always mad at the world making beats. So, so I think, we're making music, rap music, but we don't like to limit ourselves just to rap music. We're, finding different sounds.
I like calling it rap music.
I
I call it rap music that do what it do. So it's like, even the ideas that are like less conventional for rap music, like we bring that into what we do. The things that we draw from like Toph's classical background, or like any of our 3 like nerd ass backgrounds, like we're sampling the fucking Animaniacs.
I think we all have a different approach to it, but at the end of the day, we're just going to be weird, but we're just going to be groovy at the same time, and we're just going to get in your guts.
I'm kind of like the X factor, like the thing that makes it, extra weird, because these guys are weird on their own, but then when I'm up there with the cello, people are just like, what is going on?
The blend of like, the more traditional aspects that we all have like knowledge of, plus like just our taste for weird shit is what gives it that bit of an experimental edge. You don't really catch us doing as many trap beats or rapping in triplets or anything, but I don't spend my time on boom bap beats talking about how people who do trap are shitty. In fact, I speak quite highly of them, because like I think, just as much as I say we're rap music, I think they are too. And artistically, I don't think, we should be separated, especially if we're all kind of like part of the same narrative, just with different perspectives.
If Stall say get 'em, then I got 'em. I act like I care about these niggas, Hillary Rodham. I'm not the fucking hero or nothing, this ain't my Gotham. You heard of me?
We outside of Revel. We're about to do No Cool Kids Allowed, our monthly event that we hold here every Friday. Once we were able to pull off a first couple shows here, we did this one called More Life, and then the next month we did No Cool Kids, and then that ended up being kind of a smash, and here we are with the official residency about a year later. It is POC in collaboration with Revel, but we try to bring in a performer every month, and then of course Mr. DJ, Rare Groove. It's trying to be different, but not for the sake of being different. It's because like we feel we're like really onto something. We're kind of like in our element here, and we want to welcome people into that space where they can kind of be themselves too. It was a dance party. Get a little stupid here. Just be you.
In Cincinnati, this isn't as much of a problem, but on the whole, there isn't a lot of like performing the music part of hip hop. There's just a lot of play the beat and rap. And usually people give the DJ their beats on a flash drive and the DJ does drops. And that's the extent of any like music making on stage except for the rapping. So we try to bring the music making aspect into it by me playing the cello. Alex does finger drums. He's like actively manipulating tracks as we go. So we kind of try to keep it engaging.
Just having a cello player in our group you know, and we're sampling Japanese artists and jazz artists and coming up with funky rhythms. He's rapping crazy. We're not afraid of risk. Sometimes we get, I wouldn't say we get hard on ourselves with the risk. It's not well received. Well, I do at least. But, you know, we have to continue to take the risk.
No, I think one of the most significant accomplishments we've made is artistically. We've been able to hit a whole bunch of niches without hinging our entire identity on that niche. You know, it's like we're not stuck on any particular gimmick other than just being us.
When somebody connects with my lyrics and then comes up to me and is like, yo, I heard what you said, I really resonate with that. And the other thing that's cool is that sometimes I'm walking down the street and people are like, hey, aren't you Toph Raps from POC? I'm like, yeah, I am. Oh, yeah.
Warren from Just Lands in the Factory, he told me, it's like, dude, I admire you. You just do not give a fuck. When someone, you know, sees that with my music, I'm having fun, I think that means a lot to me.
I like to actually spend my time and too much of my money on music. And like, there's just music playing in my head 24/7. It just feels like what I'm wired to do. I don't see myself doing much else. Even though, like, as much as I procrastinate, like, I feel like I'm actually alive once I'm able to bring a verse to like finally articulate this idea that I've been sitting with for months on end.
Got a constant need to recharge my batteries, learning not to waste myself. Where's John Batteries? Hey, every second squandered is collateral. Of course I have to pick and choose my battles, but it isn't like the other shit.
We're crazy, we're weird, we're very chaotic. You know what I'm saying? We dance. Me and Jay Hill are epitome of black boy joy. Christoph, he's like, I'm just here and I really enjoy myself, you know what I'm saying? And we just want that to be the message. We want people to come and resonate that with us. You know, we want to, you know, go places, pioneer ideas that, you know, people don't even fathom, you know, and not care about it. You know, people are always gonna say shit, like, oh, what are they doing? We get that shit all the time. But the ability and the fearlessness and being unapologetic about what we're doing and taking a risk, that's what I think I want people to think about when they see Path to Chaos.
You might have seen something like me before, but no, they don't make them like me no more. Might have seen something like me before, but nah, they don't make them like me no more. It's for better, for worse, a gift and a curse. All that is worth, a gift and a curse. For better, for worse.